Roman soldiers over 50 years old marched 20 miles every single day in full iron armor through burning deserts, freezing mountains, and muddy rivers. And their legs never gave out. Did you know that the average Roman soldier was older than most modern marathon runners when he was at his strongest? Did you know they had no protein shakes, no energy bars, and no sports doctors? So how did they do it? What did they eat that made their legs so powerful that even men in their 60s could outlast soldiers half their age? In this video, you will discover the exact 4 ancient foods that fueled the Roman army's unstoppable legs. Foods so cheap they cost almost nothing, and why modern science is only now catching up to what Rome knew 2,000 years ago.
Here is something most people never think about. The Roman Empire did not fall because of weak soldiers. It lasted over 500 years, and for most of that time, its army was the most powerful force on Earth. But here is what almost no history book tells you. A Roman soldier's biggest enemy was not the enemy. It was his own legs. Leg cramps, muscle failure, exhaustion after long marches. These things could end a soldier's career and his life faster than any sword. So the Roman army did something extraordinary. They studied their food like a weapon. They fed their soldiers specific, precise combinations of foods, not for taste, but for leg endurance, muscle strength, and blood circulation. And the 4 foods they used, they were dirt cheap. Some cost almost nothing, but together they created legs that could carry a man 20 miles a day for weeks at a time, even after the age of 50. So what were these 4 foods? Let's start with number 4, and it might be sitting in your kitchen right now.
Food number 4 is fenugreek. You may have seen this in an Indian spice rack, or maybe you have never heard of it at all. But Roman soldiers ate fenugreek every day. They baked it into their bread. They crushed it into their soups. And historians once thought this was just a flavor choice. It was not. Here is what fenugreek actually does inside your body. Your legs are powered by muscle fibers, and those muscle fibers need one thing above everything else: stable blood sugar. When blood sugar drops during a long march, your legs feel like stone, heavy, slow, done. Fenugreek contains a rare compound called 4-hydroxyisoleucine, a strange name, but a remarkable effect. It tells your muscles to absorb glucose, blood sugar, directly, without waiting for insulin. So a Roman soldier eating fenugreek bread could keep marching, long after a soldier eating plain grain had already stopped. Researchers at the University of Minnesota confirmed this in 2009. They found that fenugreek dramatically improved skeletal muscle glucose uptake, exactly what legs need during sustained movement. Rome did not have labs, but they watched their soldiers, and they saw that the men who ate fenugreek kept going. That was enough for them. One small warning: fenugreek has a strong smell. Some people say it smells like maple syrup. Do not be surprised. But for your legs, it may be one of the cheapest and most powerful tools you have forgotten about.
Food number 3 is something every person on Earth has heard of: garlic. But not fresh garlic, not garlic powder from a supermarket shelf. Aged garlic. And the difference is enormous. Roman soldiers did not just eat garlic for flavor. Roman generals actually ordered their armies to eat it before battle. Why? Because garlic makes your blood move faster. When you are marching for hours, your legs need a constant supply of oxygen-rich blood. The moment circulation slows, your legs cramp. They ache. They stop working. Aged garlic contains a compound called S-allylcysteine. It relaxes the walls of your arteries. It reduces stiffness in the blood vessels, and it pushes blood more efficiently down into your legs, including the small veins and capillaries that feed your muscles. In 2016, researchers at the University of Adelaide tested aged garlic extract on patients with established heart disease. These were people with serious circulation problems, and the garlic reduced arterial stiffness significantly in just 12 weeks. For Roman soldiers who marched in extreme heat,
where blood vessels naturally constrict, this was life-changing. And here is the part that surprises people. Fresh garlic helps too, but the aging process concentrates the active compounds. It removes the sharp burn and makes garlic gentle on the stomach. For your legs, this means better blood flow on every single walk you take. Rome knew this over 2,000 years ago. Your legs can benefit from it starting today.
Food number 2 is one that Rome used in enormous quantities. Lentils, chickpeas, dried beans, legumes. They were the heart of the Roman soldiers' daily meal. Called pulse, a thick, heavy porridge, it was eaten every single day by the Roman legions. Most historians talk about it like it was just poverty food, cheap calories for poor soldiers. But that misses the entire point. Legumes are one of the richest sources of magnesium on Earth. And magnesium is the most important mineral your leg muscles have never gotten enough of. Here is why this matters. Every time a muscle fiber in your leg contracts, every single step you take, it uses magnesium to release the contraction, to relax, to reset, to fire again. Without enough magnesium, your muscles cannot fully relax between steps. They stay slightly tightened. And over a long march or a long walk, this turns into leg cramps, heavy legs, and that unbearable burning feeling that forces you to stop. The NIH confirmed in 2022 that most adults over 50 are chronically low in magnesium, and that this directly impacts skeletal muscle function and endurance. Roman soldiers eating lentil porridge twice a day were loading their bodies with magnesium, without even knowing what magnesium was. They just knew that the men who ate it could march longer. And a cup of cooked lentils today costs about 11 cents. The same price, the same power, 2,000 years later.
And now, food number 1. This is the one that surprised the researchers most. The Roman soldiers' evening meal, eaten after a full day of marching, was almost always a dense, whole-grain porridge made from emmer wheat. Not refined grain, not white flour. The whole grain, hulls included. Coarse, chewy, and packed with fiber. At first glance, eating heavy grain at night seems like a bad idea for anyone concerned about blood sugar or weight. But Rome had discovered, through trial and error across generations, that eating indigestible fiber in the evening did something remarkable to the next morning's performance. In 2008, researchers at Lund University in Sweden tested exactly this. They found that consuming indigestible carbohydrates, the kind found in whole, coarse grains, at the evening meal improved glucose tolerance the following morning. Inflammation markers dropped. Energy was more stable throughout the next day. In other words, what you eat the night before determines how strong your legs feel the next morning. Rome's soldiers woke up with stable blood sugar, lower inflammation, and muscles that were ready to march because of what they ate the evening before. This is not magic, it is biology. And it means that the most powerful thing you can do for your legs tomorrow starts tonight. A small bowl of whole grain, barley, oats, emmer wheat, eaten in the evening. Coarse, unsweetened, simple. Just like the soldiers did. 2,000 years ago. 20 miles a day. Legs that never quit. 4 foods, almost no cost, and a legacy that lasted 500 years. Fenugreek for stable blood sugar in your muscles. Aged garlic for blood flow that reaches every part of your leg. Lentils for the magnesium your muscles need to keep firing. And whole grain in the evening to give your legs a head start on tomorrow. Rome did not have science, but Rome watched results. And what they watched was this. The soldiers who ate these foods kept marching. The ones who did not, they stopped. Here is the truth that should change how you think about your legs. Your legs are not failing because you are getting older. They may be failing because they are hungry. Hungry for the same minerals, the same blood flow, and the same fuel that kept Roman soldiers moving for 20 miles a day, well past the age of 50. The foods are cheap, they are available, and they are waiting. The only question now is, will you use them?
If this video helped you, share it with someone whose legs deserve to keep going. And if you want to know exactly how to use these 4 foods in your daily meals, watch the next video right here. Your legs have more miles left in them than you think.